Yogurt chicken curry is one of my favorite recipes, but when I tried making it in the oven, it tasted far more delicious and it is so much easier to make with the oven doing everything for you. Namaskar and welcome to Curries with Bumbi, and today I've come with a recipe that my son requests me to make very frequently. The very first thing you need to do is to make an aromatic spice blend. In a pan, add a teaspoon of cumin seeds, a teaspoon of coriander seeds, half a teaspoon of black peppercorns, half a teaspoon of fennel seeds, 4 green cardamoms, and a small cinnamon stick. Roast the spices on medium-low heat till they just get warmed up. Please do not go to the point that the seeds look dark brown in color, because then they will make the dish taste bitter. All you need to do is to roast them lightly. Then take them out and grind them. You can also grind them in your coffee or spice grinder, but in that case, allow the spices to cool down completely, then grind, or else they will be clumping up together. And we are looking for this kind of a situation. Okay, next coming to the marination step. In a bowl, add half a cup of plain unflavored yogurt. Add most of that powdered spice blend, leaving a little bit which you need to sprinkle on top after the chicken comes out from the oven. Then I added about a teaspoon of Kashmiri chilli powder. Please adjust the proportion of chilli powder according to your preference. I also like using a heaped teaspoon of dried thyme and 2 teaspoons of salt. Then a tablespoon of cornflour goes in, which brings in a thickness to the gravy and also prevents the yogurt from separating. And finally, about 1/3 of a cup of water. Then my handy dandy magic wandy brings everything together. Please mix everything very well to get a smooth texture. There shouldn't be any lumps remaining. I always use skinless chicken whenever I make curries, but if I am cooking it in the oven, I choose to keep the skin on as my son loves having it in that way. The chicken turns out to be very juicy if baked with the skin on. Now I do not want to go into that debate about washing or not washing the chicken. I don't wash it as it comes very clean from the store I buy, but I become extra picky when I want to keep the skin on. By picky I mean sometimes I see these teeny tiny feathers sticking out and I have to pick those out and trim off the sides. I mean, I don't like making a chicken recipe with an extra crispy feathery skin on situation. That's why I'm very picky whenever I leave the skin on. Okay, I added 3 tablespoons of oil and then the yogurt marinade goes in along with a tablespoon each of finely grated ginger and garlic. Give a good mix, and by the way, I have washed my hands thoroughly with soap and water. Now you need to marinate this for a minimum of 1 hour. Overnight will be even better. You need to keep it in the refrigerator if marinating for over an hour. But in that case, please take it out from the fridge an hour before you plan to put them in the oven. Just before going into the oven, add chopped onion. You need to add the onions later or else they will be releasing a lot of water in the marinade. Next, transfer the chicken onto an oven-safe dish. Try to fit in each piece snugly in a single layer. They shouldn't be sitting one on top of the other. Add all that marinade. Then cover it and in it goes into a 375 degrees Fahrenheit preheated oven or 350 degrees Fahrenheit if using a convection fan for 1 hour and 30 minutes. At the 30-minute mark, take off the lid and if the chicken has released some liquid, then spoon some of that liquid on top. In the meantime, I have melted a tablespoon of ghee. You can also use melted butter or oil. I added a teaspoon of red chili flakes. You can use less chili flakes or you can skip it if you want to avoid the heat. And I also added a teaspoon of dried parsley. You can use fresh coriander as well. Today I'm running out of coriander leaves. I don't know how that happened. Okay, 15 minutes before the finish mark, drizzle over this red chili ghee blend on the top of each piece of chicken. Here I would like to say oven temperatures vary. Your chicken may get cooked earlier or it may need some more time. So use an instant red thermometer, and if the internal temperature of the chicken reads as 175 degrees Fahrenheit, then your chicken is done. Or you will know it is cooked when the juices run clear when you pierce it with a knife. For me, it took about 1 hour and a half for the chicken to turn soft. I like my chicken to be very soft, but that doesn't mean I'm toothless, okay my friends? But that's how I like it. And once it's out of the oven, just look at that gorgeousness, and that gravy is too good. Sprinkle that last bit of spice powder blend that you had saved earlier, and you are going to love this. The chicken turns out to be juicy, moist, soft, and that spice blend makes it extra flavorful. Have this with rice or bread or with mashed potatoes, and please do send me your feedback after trying this recipe. Please click that like button if you've enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.